Hey guys, just hearing another episode of Album Review Corner, and today I'm reviewing Wheelhouse by country artist Brad Paisley. This album was released on April 9th of this year. This is Brad's ninth studio album. Alright, some album background. This album was produced solely by Brad and his band, the Drama Kings, at his Tennessee home, which is the first album that Brad has actually produced without any use of outside production as far as other musicians and whatnot. I think it's very, very interesting. All right, this album is Brad's most controversial album to date, I would say. He writes about a lot of hot button issues, including racism, religion, and domestic abuse. My track by track review is the first track is Bon Voyage. It's a 17-second introduction with like the birds chirping, static radio playing, and it just really sets a tone for the journey that Brad is about to take listeners on. Very, very interesting. Good way to start the album there. The second track here is Southern Comfort Zone, the first single that I have heard off this album. I heard it way back, I'd say April of last year even, when it was leaked a little bit. I really like this song. It's got a warm feeling to it. It's classic Brad Paisley. It's got some catchy vocals, the familiar guitar playing. It's got some new snippets, however, of Southern favorites, that includes NASCAR, maybe some Jeff Foxworthy, some Nashville Radio. Some Andy Griffith is also in there, who was also once in Brad's song "Waiting on a Woman." He performed that live when I saw him a couple years ago. The song has a deeper meaning, I think, though, than obviously the surface meaning. It maybe about Brad just saying, "I've got to snap out of my usual songwriting and usual method of going beyond this, and just talk about the controversial issues," which he for sure does. All right. The third song here is Beat This Summer. The song is the perfect summer love song, I would say. It's extremely radio friendly with catchy lyrics, a memorable guitar lift for sure. It's one of those songs you just want to play, not today 'cause in Chicago it's raining, but like if it's a summer day, warm summer day, you want to roll the windows down and play it. All right. The fourth song here is Outstanding in Our Field, that features Dierks Bentley, Roger Miller, and Hunter Hayes. And Hunter Hayes is on guitar. I really like this song again. It's a fun collaboration, really. Fred Boy's kind of party sounding song. It's got some awesome guitar riffs from both Hunter Hayes and Brad Paisley. It features segments of Roger Miller's classic country song "Dang Me," which I think is really cool. Maybe a tribute to a legend, as Roger Miller is. The fifth song here is Pressing Out a Bruise. It features Matt Carney, and he's a Nashville singer-songwriter. It's a classic country song, I would say, about chasing a girl who is no good for him. That's Brad doing that. Matt Carney has a surprising role in the song, really. He talks in kind of a spoken rap kind of a tone, which I think is really cool. Something different you don't hear a lot in a lot of country albums. It's very fresh, very, very fresh sounding song there. The sixth track here is I Can't Change the World. I believe this song was written basically to showcase Brad as an overall artist. He's got the high vocal range in the song, which is very surprising. I've never heard that from him. And the excellent guitar playing as well, which he's known for. This song features just an acoustic guitar, really feel to it. The vocals are very calm. It's a very deeper meaning. It just about Brad asked a girl basically, or in this case maybe his wife, saying, "Let me take your guard down and let me show you what I can do." Maybe people are gonna maybe put that as maybe being a little sexual. I think it's just a love song, a very good love song. All right, the seventh song here is the instrumental, meaning Quiet Female. The song is the first of many instrumentals on this album, which is normally a good thing because I love Brad Paisley's guitar playing. He's a genius when it comes to that. It really opens up for the song Karate, but I think it's more confusing just because it's a little lull in the album. It messes with the tone of the album for sure. All right, the eighth track here is Karate, and this is one of my favorites. It features Charlie Daniels. I love the song. It covers a real topic, which isn't what Brad is known for. It covers domestic abuse. It gets kind of funny at the end, and a lot of people were critical of that. It's about domestic abuse where Brad paints a picture of a woman being beaten by her husband, and she wants to get back at her husband, so she takes karate. And he's a drunk, he's a low life, if you will. And at the end, she beats him up, and all is well. it kind of twists his back to the guy's way, and he doesn't want to go into the bar and meet up with his friends like he is. I think people in this album especially are taking these tones because Brad has never done something like this and twisting it the wrong way, as I will talk about a little later. All right, the ninth song here is "Death of a Married Man," which features Eric Idle. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. The Monty Python icon. This song, this interlude, really is it really lightens the mood for the album. It's just funny. It's got just it's a skit, really. I think it's really, really cool, very, very interesting. Not very long. All right, the 10th song here is Harvey Bodine. Again, one of my favorites. I love the catchy vocals, especially in the chorus, the end of the song, the tuba, the catchy whistling for sure. You will have that whistle in your head if you listen to the song for days and days. Brad has a surprising, just awesome vocal range in this song. Kind of reminds me of Mud on the Tires. This song does a little bit. It's fun. This song is about Harvey Bodine, who has a heart attack, who is pronounced dead, and actually is dead for 5 minutes and flat lines. But he wakes up and he's basically thankful to have escaped his wife, if only to be dead for 5 minutes. It's really hilarious, just a tongue and cheek way of just lightening up the album. All right, the 11th song here is Tin Can on a String. It's a slow paced song. I think at first I really didn't like it. It was very didn't grow on me as much, but I was listening to this album about 3 or 4 or 5 times. Now it's growing on me. It's about a man who realizes that he's not over the woman, but the woman's over him, and he just wants to. He's picturing their wedding day. Is essentially what he's doing. It's a very, very good song. It's kind of a slower pace. It kind of ruins it a little bit, but it's definitely interesting. All right, the 12th song here is "Death of a Single Man." It features John Mayer on guitar. It's a bluesy feel to it, which I think is different for a Brad Paisley song. You really just hear him jam out into kind of a rock feeling to his guitars. The catchy vocals, again, the guitar riffs are great from both John Mayer and Brad Paisley. It's about the death, basically, of a single man, and just it's kind of a interesting way of looking at it. It's kind of more of a wedding, and everybody's dressed up in their wedding gear, and it's very interesting, very interesting song. I definitely would check that one out. It's pretty funny. All right, the 13th song is the Mona Lisa, and this song is very touching to me. It just shows Brad's gritty guitar playing skills again, showcase him as an artist. It's a fast-paced song inspired by Brad's trip to Paris with his wife, actress Kimberly Williams Paisley. Basically, he's saying, when you walk in the room, I feel like I'm the picture frame holding your Mona Lisa, which means he's basically saying, I feel like a no one, and he's okay with that. If you've seen pictures of his wife, she's beautiful. It's definitely an interesting song. It's a love song, is what it is for him and his wife. All right, the 14th song is honestly one of my favorites on the album. It's "Accidental Racist" featuring LL Cool J, and I want to take a little bit of time to talk about this song. When you listen to the song, it's pro-race, and the fact that LL Cool J is in it and people were calling it racist, just to me made no sense because although it starts out with LL Cool J's part saying, "Hey, Mr. White Man," and that's definitely controversial. I will say this. I don't know. I just feel that it was a little blown out of proportion. It's definitely controversial. I'm not going to deny that, but I just don't see where people are calling it racism. Why are they? I think it's a pro-race song, and people should definitely take the time to listen to the song, and then they can for sure make their own opinions. I'm not denying that. But it just needs to be reevaluated. People just need to listen to it and look at the lyrics before they make opinions to it. I think that was the issue behind it. All right, the 15th song here is "Runaway Train." This song, after the big monumental task of going after an accidental racist, because kind of a letdown for me. It's a fast-paced song with a lot of drums, some great guitar work. The vocals are very, very good. I do feel, however, that I've heard this song before. Maybe like Brad's Life's Railway to Heaven off his This Is Country Music album that features Sheryl Crow and a bunch of other artists. I don't know, just the tone behind it. I know it's not. I know it's very similar, however. It's definitely a catchy song once you listen to it many, many times. Definitely check that one out as well. All right, the 16th song here is Those Crazy Christians. And to me, honestly, I know people were talking about Accidental Racing. I gave my opinions on it a little bit earlier. I think this song was the most shocking off the album because it's an interesting song for sure. Just the lyrics and the lyric choice is definitely interesting. I don't know. I just thought this was the most controversial song that I've heard off this album. Not necessarily this accidental racist, but it's definitely and I both are definitely outrageous. I'm not gonna deny that. This song tackles just a massive Christian stereotypes from the I as a non-believer, which is definitely interesting. I would definitely check this song out, make your own opinions on it. I'm not gonna tell you how to think, but yeah, definitely check this song out as well. And finally, the 17th song is Officially Alive. This song is definitely a great way to end the album. There's nothing controversial about this song. Um, it just sings about Brad's basically singing about just how he covered the controversial topics in this album, and just it's an autobiographical song. Really, it talks about his marriage, his kids, just a whole bunch of different events that happened in his life. Interesting song. The group vocals in this album are in this song really are just very catchy, very good. The instrumental work is good as well. Yeah, definitely check the song out. Overall, I really like this album. I know there's a lot of controversy behind it, but I don't know. I liked how Brad just stay close to his roots, but also branched out and venturing out of his comfort zone, just like seldom comfort zone, as I said before. How he discussed just the different topics, whether it be the racism, the religion, maybe the domestic abuse. I think it's a good thing for music. Music has to set the tone for what the issue should be. I don't think you should have these people necessarily going on TV saying, this is what I think, because there's a lot of different opinions. People can definitely have their own opinions. I'm not saying that's not wrong, but I mean, I think it's a good way because everybody listens to music. Everybody has their own opinion on music. So if there's one album, one artist, or a group of artists that comes out with maybe a controversial album and it covers a whole bunch of genres, everybody listens to it. Everybody has their own opinions on it. I think that'd be good. And just let music have its own time to shine and just talk about the issues because it hasn't really been done really. All right, some downsides of this album. I like I said, I really like this album, but it took me a couple times to really get used to it because there's a lot of different sounds, a lot of controversial topics, as I said, and really just there's a lot of instrumental work, which kind of really did lighten the mood, made it a good thing to kind of take the tension off some of the tracks. Cause I was wondering throughout the album, where's this gonna take me? I wasn't sure, but I mean, I guess that's a good thing with all the instrumental. Shows off Brad's artistic ability, both lyrically and musically, and his guitar playing as well. Yeah. So to recap this album, I really did enjoy it. The instrumental work is good. Brad is an awesome guitar player, awesome singer as well. I like the fact that you got artists like Dirk Bentley and you've got LL Cool J. I like the hip hop and all those different genres as mix. And as I said, the controversial topics didn't really bother me as much. I like the fact, like I said, that music let it have its time to be in the spotlight. Let music have the time to start talking, is what Brad had said. So my rating on this album is a 7 out of 10 because of the just the different tones, and it's definitely interesting. I would definitely check this out. This one's kind of a different one to review and rate. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Album Review Corner. And in the coming weeks, I'll have some Fall Out Boy. I'll have some Florida Georgia Line. I may have some Hunter Hayes. I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to review. I've got some rock music coming up. I'm not necessarily sure what. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Again, thank you for watching my episode here, and have a nice day. Bye bye.